and overnight things which ordinarily you would do are not acceptable during a pandemic, and can I make that very clear? All of us have to be on guard. All of us are on high alert. I'm absolutely paranoid about what I do myself. The worst thing would be to unintentionally give it to others. And unfortunately, many people, I don't want people living with the guilt of passing on the disease or causing the spread because they could have prevented something from happening. And that's why all of us need to be on guard. All of us need to be extra careful. And we can't pretend that it won't affect us. And I want to thank in particular the number of businesses on the Central Coast that are taking some pretty harsh positions on who they let into their premises. But I would prefer that to a business or an organisation that was too complacent. This is not the time for complacency. It is the time to be on high alert. And I want to thank the Central Coast community for the stance they've taken in protecting their community and protecting everybody's being safe. And I commend those actions and encourage others to learn from that example and to do the same, not to take risks, but to actually err on the side of caution, reduce where they're going, what they're doing, and the type of activity they're engaging in. Well, I don't want to comment on those specific words, but I do know that, and Minister Hazzard might want to add to this comment, but health experts always need to provide advice based on the individual resident's needs. For some residents, it's traumatic taking them out of what is their home. For other residents, it's a better option, and certainly we always follow the health advice in those circumstances. I think what's important to note is when it comes to vulnerable in the community, you cannot really have a one-size-fits-all policy, and we always rely on the health experts for their advice. I'm sorry?
Is the advice the same now? Is there a different plan?
Well, depending on the circumstances, because of the way the disease is contagious, because of the way in which it can spread, because of how virulent it is, at every stage you need to take the advice of the health experts, and that's exactly what we will continue to do. Minister Hazzard, did you want to add anything? Or
pretty well covered if you want me.
yeah.
It's no different to an aged care facility has people who are living in it it's their home. And if you were in your own home, you would expect that your doctors would give you advice as to what you should do. And that is exactly what happens in an aged care facility. Your doctor or the local health district, if there are no local GPs available, gives advice on what should occur. And that's exactly how it should happen.
So has it just gone out to cities between Rouse Hill and the hospital there and where we're standing today? Where are the hospital? Each hospital design is quite complex. There's obviously a development of a clinical services plan. There's the finding the site to actually suit the clinical services plan, and then there's the master planning. It's quite a complex process.